And after that result, it'll be very interesting to see how Eddie Thompson lines up his Olympic team for tonight's match. 6 goals, what a performance. Well, from Sydney to Melbourne, and a cup double-header scheduled to bring the crowds flocking back to Olympic Park. Melbourne teams have made it through to the National Cup finals 7 times, only to always finish on the losing end of the scoreline. In the early game, Melbourne Croatia's strikers, who amazingly hadn't found the net since round 5, must have fancied their chances against last-placed Heidelberg. Jim Tansi's lineup has a newfound determination, though the changes in fortunes which had come with it was brought to a halt last week by sunshine. Joining Peter G at Olympic Park, a warm welcome to our big match team, to Peter Wilkins.
One of the new boys for the Melbourne Croatia side, Zeljko Agic, the well-travelled player from the Hamilton Steelers, formerly of Dinamo Zagreb, where he played 10 games, and a prolific player of the ball. Keeping up that international flavour, Francis Awaratif, ex-Sutton United, before that Wimbledon, Brighton and Hove Albion, and a greater hunger is wanted from his coach for this performance. Back from a successful stint overseas with the Socceroos, Australian keeper Jeff Olver, a welcome addition to this side tonight. Taking his place in the Heidelberg goalmouth tonight, Michael Hadjitrifonis, who replaces Jaka Banovic, dropped for this encounter. The referee for tonight's appearance, Mr. Dennis Futsinas, a veteran of 9 years in the top grade. And the match is underway with Melbourne Croatia running right to left in this first half, having the edge certainly over Heidelberg in matches played this year. But this is a cup tie, it's elimination, and anything could happen. Milosevic for Melbourne Croatia, and immediately we see a free kick for that challenge early in this match. Adzic knocks it on, Kelic, and now it's with Duzel. And the challenge there, a clumsy one from Peter Tradinic. Milosevic pumps it in, looking for Kelic. Oh, that was a desperate header from Lucchese, and covering up in the Heidelberg goal. Hadjitrifonis again, certainly not lacking in any touches of ball this evening. He's been in the action quite a number of times. Stewart. Challenged back there by Talajic. And Talajic wins the throw in well. Croatia are then trying to work something, and they find Milosevic moving forward in space left side. He has Kelic on the edge of the area. Milosevic might think about the shot. He plays it close to Duzel, the shots, and over. But again, those spaces creeping in there in the Heidelberg defence, which has been good for them this year. Their problem's been up front, but Milosevic found the space and played it forward to Duzel, and he spooned it over. Zulis, and earns that free kick. A challenge in the back by Selamides. Former Heidelberg veteran, I'd be too happy with that tackle on the Heidelberg striker, because it puts his side once again back on the defensive. Calling for his Stubbins on the edge of the area. The ball doesn't meet him. In fact, it finds Stewart. Now it's with Stubbins, and Stewart tries the loopy overhead, and that's easy pickings for Jeffrey Olver. The winner of this match tonight goes on to play the winner of the next match we'll be showing you between South Melbourne and Preston, and that match will be on April the 19th. So it's a first round cup match. Scott leaping it forward and looking for Gutsulis. Olver coming out of his ground. Oh, that was outside. That was outside the area. The linesman has his flag up. The referee hasn't seen it yet. Still Heidelberg on the attack. And away from Croatia. The referee, Mr. Vutsinas, has totally ignored that call there. But for my money, Olver was outside. Heidelberg on the attack again. The ball forward. This time it's no problem. But Gutsulis in there challenging, and a little difficult to tell from that angle behind, but see where he ended up. Olver was well outside there, a metre or so outside. Milosevic. Awarativ, has he got the pace here? He's against a couple. Oh, well, he clumsily runs into the back of Claude Lucchese, and resulting in a free kick, but one feels that Francis Awarativ, while having a great passion and some fair skill on the ball, may just lack that a little bit of pace. Well, tonight anyway. Perhaps it's a soft track here, a bit of dew out on the ground. We'll wait and see anyway. He was certainly running straight into the back of Lucchese on that occasion. Heidelberg, Tredina, can he get the ball across? He does so, headed away there by Selamides. Still with Heidelberg. Finally away, only as far as Scott tries the shot. Oh, yes! Oh, superb goal from Alan Scott. Oh, what a drive! And Scott taking the chances here. Look at this curl on that, a wicked curl on the ball. Point blank. And a tremendous drive. Look at this from Alan Scott. Oh, super. That's one for the scrapbook. Jim Tansey, well, yes, let's have a smile, Jim. Awarativ taking on Kanasulis, and I think Kanasulis fancies himself against Awarativ. John Kanasulis, formerly of South Melbourne. So one player to stay loyal to this club when they drop back to the State League. And he's been rewarded at various times with the vice captaincy. Awarativ, frustration there for the Englishman, and that was a vicious challenge, and this is slightly ugly and, shall I say, totally leadless. Because they're looking at his mouth, and look at the arms all over the place, and watch this here, look at that. Well, that's almost a sending off offence. The red card has been given to Francis Awarativ in the most unfortunate of circumstances here at Olympic Park. Croatia down to 10 men. They're down to one goal to nil. And the battle is definitely ahead of them. So Heidelberg with all to play for now, placing the next round of the NSL Cup. And a chance of a gold mine at the end of it for the winner. They've been struggling this year, as I said, but they've looked good with the ball tonight. When they've played the ball and held on to possession, they have looked good. Melbourne, Croatia. Adzic lays it off for Selamides. He's brought down, and away goes Lucchese, and also left side there. It goes from Burgess and forward. Olver coming out of his ground again, and the cheeky header forward could get him into trouble as Burgess might try to lob it in. It goes to Gutsulis with the shot. Gutsulis hits it. Oh, just wide from Angie Gutsulis. But another good effort from the youngster. And here it was. He made the space, created the angle, and have a look how close this one goes. Oh, a millimetre in it. Jim Tansey knew how close that was. He had the perfect view. Croatia now with the ball, but well intercepted back there, or in turn the tackle's been made by Opasinas. Still with Croatia. Opasinas might fancy his chances all the way there. The shot comes in wide. And it was Talajic making the run all the way forward. Mark Talajic, who spent some time out this year with a groin injury. Patient build-up. Now the ball goes forward. That's not a good one. And carelessly a corner given away there by George Hanna. Well, there was no pressure on him, but perhaps no one calling the shots back there for Melbourne, Croatia. Perhaps a rudderless ship at the moment with a player sent off, down by a goal, and must be said it could easily have been 2 goals. The corner in, who's there? And that is half-time, and at half-time in this NSL Cup match, the score is Heidelberg 1, Melbourne, Croatia 0. Chipped in, who's there for Heidelberg? Well, it was, back there was Goodzilis. The drive comes in, it ricochets. It's anybody's ball in the area. Finally cleared away. Rains comes back to make it his. He doesn't. It's squared by Hannah. Chipped away there by Kanasulis. It's still anybody's ball. And finally Goodzilis makes it, and there's an opening for Heidelberg. They break through Burgess. Racing up in support out wide. Burgess releases it and goes around his man, but Milosevic is there to cover. Well, Burgess, one thinks, just not having enough support quickly enough there. He made the break, and the players should have made the runs a little bit quickly, a little bit quicker. Now it's Croatia again, surging forward. Chaleta calling for the ball. The shot might come in here. It goes across the box to Kelic. Kelic, the heel back inside. Shot in! Oh, goal! Super goal from Adzic. Oh, that's tremendous. Work there. Kelic the back heel, and Adzic, oh, super stuff. And Kelic rightly saluting the crowd there for that moment of brilliance. Look at this fainted. The back heel came in, and who was there but the little former Hamilton Steelers player. Dinamo Zagreb didn't want him, and he's put in a goal like that. He's been strangely silent tonight as Željko Adzic, but he came loudly into the play there, and he's levelled the scores at 1-1. Someone's been decked in the back play. Ugly scenes here again. Down is Giazoulis. There's fisticuffs here. Lucchese's in there. And we've had another player sent off here. And this is Adzic on a linesman's report. The goal scorer. The man named or considered to be the best player in Canadian football over the last couple of years. Forward it goes to Chaleta, but it's Heidelberg again in possession. They lose through Selamides, and Selamides again trying to find Chaleta. They haven't got too many forward at the moment, Croatia, because if they do, they're going to leave big holes. 9 plays 11. Heidelberg streaming forward once more. They've got to spread it wide. They've got to work the flanks. Look at Rains out here. He's an isolated man, and he loves to get the ball out there. They've got to play him more. Now Stewart forward to Ilsakos. Ilsakos doesn't have the shot. Offside flag, not given shot, and it's in there. It's a goal. Burgess is the scorer. They waited for the offside flag. It stayed down, and John Burgess has made it 2-1. Heidelberg fans celebrate, and rightly so. Well, Oliver couldn't do anything there. He was left like a shag on a rock by his defenders. The ball through was a crystally beautiful one. It was crystal clear. Watch this forward from Ilsakos. Oh, yes. It must have been borderline. And the left foot shot past the despairing dive of Jeffrey Olver. Forward. A delightful little touch there, right on the edge. Yes, definitely onside. Plenty of time to size up the shot with the left foot in the back of the net. Alan Scott. And there it is, full time, and a victory to the Burgers, a deserved victory. And there, Alan Scott, the goal scorer, shaking hands. A tremendous drive in the first half from Alan Scott. Waves to the crowd. John Burgess, the other goal scorer for Heidelberg. The final score here in this NSL Cup tie at Olympic Park. Heidelberg through to the next round. 2, Melbourne, Croatia 1.